Both North Dakota and North Dakota State had big home weekends in football, both against heavy underdogs and both experiencing some wildly different performances to try and keep well in the playoff hunt. Now, starting with NDSU, the Bison welcomed the Racers of Murray State to a bombastic start. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. That makes the largest first quarter lead of the season at 21-0. Plus make that 4 in the first 5 drives for a 28-3 halftime lead. Now, Co-Green defense had another fantastic game, holding Murray State to 6 points. It's the first time since November 2018 that NDSU held back-to-back conference opponents to under double-digit scoring in the regular season. For North Dakota, it was the opposite. Only 2 scores in the first half for a 7-7 tie, very quiet, but then 36 combined in the fourth quarter and an 11-point Indiana State comeback to force overtime, followed up by a Quincy Vaughn walk-off touchdown to win it for UND. So quite the scare against the winless Sycamores, but a critical 5th win for the Fighting Hawks they couldn't afford to lose. Now for next weekend's game, both squads hitting the road for what should be on paper vastly different games. And North Dakota travels to that same Murray State team NDSU beat down today, and the Bison go south to try to reclaim the Dakota marker against their unbeaten arch rivals. Yes, the South Dakota State Jackrabbits. Last time SDSU lost an FCS game, it was to Montana State in the 2021 semifinals. That same Bobcat team would go on to lose 38-10 to North Dakota State, which was the last time NDSU won the national title. Now, both Devin and myself will be in attendance in Brookings, so look forward to all that coverage coming up next weekend. Playoff football continues for our Class A teams in North Dakota. Top-seeded Kindred Vikings hosting Oaks in their quarterfinal. Kindred driving right down the field on their first possession. Jake Starcevich with the quarterback power from the goal line, make a couple miss. Fighting in the end zone, Vikings lead at 6-0. Now, Oaks driving to the red zone now in the ensuing drive, looking to convert on 4th down. Blason Dolney launches one to the sideline, a leaping breakup by Brooks Bacco, shutting down the drive. Possession goes back to the Vikings, though. We head to the second quarter, looking to finish off another drive now. Starcevich calling his own number again, stiff arms that defender, weaving through some more, diving for the pylon. Vikings double their lead. They're up 12-0 in the second quarter, and they will roll to a 39-6 victory. They will meet Langdon area Edmore Munich, who beat Central Cass today, that game in the semifinals. Checking on the other side of the river, Dilworth Glendon Felton, DGF, hosting East Grand Forks EGF in their section semifinal. We're tied at 7 with the Green Wave driving. Drew Carpenter breaking through on the speed option, getting enough to move the sticks, but the ball pops loose. Rebels pounce on it, keep this one tied up. Now, DGF facing 4th down now on the ensuing drive. Casey Mashevsky takes the feed, cuts back, has the opening Rebels move the chains, keep this drive alive, and they're now looking to finish it in the end zone. Handoff here to Brody Friend, and he's going to carry a couple EGF players with him on this go-ahead score. Rebels heading to halftime with a 14-7 lead, and DGF ends up on top. They advance to the section title game in the Fargo Dome next week, 21-7, the final from Glendon. Now, coming up after the break, North Dakota and the Fargo Force hockey both in action.